What is up, car addicts? Welcome back to the series where I customize and review past DLC and OG vehicles I never got the chance to because I didn't start making car customization videos till about late 2015. Again guys, let me know in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you guys want me to customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. So in today's video we're going to be customizing the Lampadati Pigalle. So this car came out back in June of 2014 with the I'm Not a Hipster update. This sports classics car has a price of $400,000, which honestly is pretty expensive for a 2014 car. Many newer cars weren't really that pricey back then, but usually when it comes to sports classics cars, Rockstar does price them a bit higher, so I guess that makes sense. So being in the sports classics class, the Pigalle is actually pretty quick and decently competitive, believe it or not. It's actually in top 5 in terms of top speed in that class, and in terms of lap time around a track, it's actually around mid-pack, which honestly isn't too bad, especially for a car that looks like this and is as old as this. And if we consider the fact that this car is front-wheel drive on top of that, it's actually pretty incredible how quick this thing really is. It's one of the easier cars to drive as well with this front wheel drive configuration, and honestly I really like it. But anyways, the Pigalle is primarily based on the Citroën SM, which is a very unique and quirky car from the 1970s. Now the GTA version actually looks pretty good. I feel like Rockstar did an overall great job with the design of this car. But anyways, let's go ahead and check out the customization of this classic French vehicle. Alright, the Pigalle. This car is pretty funny. One of my friends, Edub, he calls it a French baguette because Citroën's obviously a French manufacturer, and the shape of it kind of looks like a baguette or something. But anyways, armor, brakes, engine, alright, exhaust. So you have these stock exhausts, and they're nice chrome tips. Then you got a nice like chrome tip, kind of like a big bore exhaust, even though this is the big bore. Oh, it's got like an angle to it. Nice. It was like the same but without the angle. I like the angle. It kind of matches kind of like bottom edge of the bumper. Really nice. Alright. Hood. So you have a carbon hood. Not sure why you would put that on a classic car, but you know, maybe if you're going for like a resto mod or something. Rat hood, which is basically a rusted hood. We got the rat hood with the bra. Okay. Protect. The bra is made to deflect wind and protect basically your bumper hood area. So I'm not sure why you'd try to protect like an old rusted hood, but yeah. Okay. Stock hood, definitely. I wish there would have been some hoods with like maybe some other vent options, but the stock one is pretty nice. Lights. I'm not changing those beautiful yellow lights. I love the yellow lights. Very cool on this car. Respray. So for this one, for some reason, like this car it's just so fitting the way it looks in like the cream color. We're gonna go to that. I probably should have gone the other way. I don't know why I went all the way through this, but there we go. Like in cream, it just looks so good in cream. Look at that. It's just perfect. It's like meant to be.
Don't she look pretty?
In terms of the secondary color, we're gonna do a black, which we already have, but I want to make it a tad bit darker, so we're gonna throw our crew black on there. You can see the difference right there. See back and forth, you'll be able to see it a little better. See it's a little darker. We're gonna do the crew black. Crew emblem goes on the hood. Okay. Roof. So you have the small roof rack, large roof rack, empty. Then you got the ski rack, which I love. The ski rack, it's so cool. The way they kind of mounted it to it, it's so perfect and fitting. It just looks like it's part of the car, like it should be there. I really like that option, so we're gonna do that.
It's almost as good as you.
Spoiler. So the spoiler on this car is rear louvers. It's not an actual spoiler, which is kind of funny. But I happen to like the rear louvers. Plus, you get the traction benefit, as you can see there. So it works out pretty well. So we're gonna have to put the louvers on there. A suspension. This car is way too high up. I mean, that gap is horrendous. We start going lower, and even the lowest one is like still not low enough for my taste. Like, I wish it was maybe 1 or 2 clicks more lower, but it is what it is. Transmission, turbo. All right, wheels. So the stock wheels on this car are pretty nice, and I've gone through a bunch of the wheels, and the ones I personally really like, if we go to the street category, we start scrolling down here, there's a wheel called Nebula, and these are very similar to the stock wheels on the Nebula Turbo, which is why they're called Nebula. And they actually fit this car pretty well. They're kind of similar to the stock, but have more of a nicer look to them, especially with that kind of like turbine look on the spokes. I think it looks really, really good. It's very fitting for this car, so we're going to do that. In terms of wheel color, I personally like the alloy. I was thinking of doing the stone silver, but I think it's a little bit too dark. I feel like the alloy is pretty perfect in terms of color for this, and the black just looks awful. So alloy, windows, tint the windows, yeah, might as well tint them. We'll do a dark smoke, and that's all the options there. All right, let's take it for a drive. Exit to ground. All right, rev it up a bit here. Sounds pretty cool. Got the generic muscle car interior copied and pasted in here. I mean, you really can't expect much from a 2014 vehicle. Literally only a year after the game came out. And oh, look at that, from first person you can kind of see the engine bay a little bit in there. That's pretty funny. Okay, now let's floor it. This thing is front wheel drive, so a lot of wheel spin there. This thing is a ton of fun to mess around with. And believe it or not, it's actually a very, very quick sports classics car in terms of top speed. It's actually top 5 still currently in the sports classics class for top speed. And this thing, once it gets going, I mean, it is fast. You can tell we are moving right now. I mean, it's a very, very quick car. Now, it does lack a bit in terms of handling, acceleration, and all that, because it has a lot of understeer. I think that's mainly due to its front-wheel drive configuration. But I mean, it still handles pretty well, and it's very easy to drive, very forgiving, and unlike other front-wheel drive cars in the game, like the Segoy or the Conjo, which are a little bit of a handful to control, this thing is actually very, very easy to drive. And it's different, you know, most people don't really use this anymore, and depending on the race, you can actually be decently competitive with it, even these days, because this thing does have a higher top speed than Turismo Classic, Cheetah, etc. Obviously, those things are absolute monsters in the corners because they're basically drive like modern sports cars. Plus, they have better acceleration and all that. But I mean, this thing, you know, if you have like a nice kind of top speed bias track, this car can actually be pretty decently competitive. Depending on the races and all that, you know, you're probably not going to get first place if you have a lot of good competitive drivers in there. But you know, if races aren't that too great, you know, they're kind of average racers, you can actually be pretty competitive with it. Alright, so let's go ahead and pull over here. Let's see all the different stuff. Hopefully everything opens here. Go to doors. Go to all. Let's see. First person, and look at that. Everything opens. Nice. Alright, generic muscle car interior there. Not too much to look at. The back hatch opens. Love that. Very cool. Nice little trunk there. Front opens as well. Very weird design. But I guess it's different, you know. And the texture actually isn't too bad for being a 2014 car. I mean, it's pretty bad, but it does look pretty decent. One of the cool things about this car, too, is the plate situation. Absolutely love it. For some reason, it didn't let me change the plate in the custom shop. I'm not sure if you can on this car. I think you have to use the iFruit app to change it. Or maybe you have to do it in the LS Customs. I don't know, but I'm sure somebody will correct me in the comments. But so let me go ahead and close all the doors there. There we go. Well, hope you guys enjoyed the customization and review video on the Pigalle. Absolutely love this car. I'm definitely gonna keep it. I really, really love the Pigalle. And this cream color just looks so unique and cool, especially since you don't really see it that much anymore. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. Let me know down below in the comments what car from late 2015 and older you guys want me to customize next, and I'll display the most liked vehicle suggestion comment in the next customization video. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one.